Hey everybody, it's me, Caitlin, and as promised, here's my first non-Star Wars vlog, as non-Star Wars as I can try to make it. I apologize in advance if I randomly shout or get distracted or go silent. At the same time I am doing this, I am also watching the second half of the big rivalry game, Michigan State versus University of Michigan. Anyone want to take a wild guess which school I'm cheering for? I feel like if I didn't cheer for MSU, well, I like Michigan State to begin with, but if I didn't cheer for MSU, I kind of think my family would totally disown me. Pretty much everybody in my family is a Michigan State fan, both sides. It's kind of weird that I have a couple relatives that don't cheer for Michigan State. They're U of M fans, and we kind of give them a hard time. There's only like 3 or 4 of them on my mom's side of the family. So we give them a really hard time about being U of M fans instead of MSU fans, especially since I do have one cousin on my mom's side of the family named Jake. He actually works for Michigan State University in the athletics department. He gets to travel around with some of the teams and film their games. He's gone with the basketball team and the football team. He's gotten to meet President Obama. He's gone to Europe, Hawaii, Alaska. He went with the football team when they won the Rose Bowl a few years back, and even has a championship ring from the Rose Bowl. So it's like, I want to do his job because he gets to travel all over and meet all kinds of people. So yeah, Michigan State, cheering for them. It's a family affair, and I like them, and I'm hoping they win against U of M today because they won against U of M in football. They beat them in hockey last night. It was like a total coming from behind victory, just like the football game. So I'm hoping they win today because then it'll be like, yay, we're beating them in every single sport so far this year. So I'm hoping they win. So the game is on, so I might get distracted, which is easy. Okay, first things first, besides waxing and rambling about the game, little bit of seriousness. More people, thank you so much for watching my Star Wars Rebels recap Thursday. I'm so grateful. I've actually gotten, last time I checked, I had 4 subscribers on top of the few I had when I started. I gained like another one, and then my last Rebels recap, my first one, I got like 2 more subscribers. I've had some likes, so thank you so much. I'm sorry the video is shaking, it's on desk. But thank you like a gazillion times for subscribing and watching these things. It's making me feel a little bit more confident about putting these out there because people are watching them. Okay, so first off, thank you for all the compliments I'm getting. One viewer said that he thinks I could really go a lot of places with this vlog if I just made it a little more flashy. That was one thing he recommended. I don't have the skills or the software or really any of the means to make this like a totally like flashy out there vlog. I've seen those. They're really cool. I don't have the means to do that right now, and even if I did, I'm not sure I'd want to, maybe for my Rebels recap videos, but I am not really that flashy out there person. I'm sure if I did more adventures and filmed a little bit more and went on crazy stuff like that, I would be more willing to do it, make it big and flashy and stuff, but that's just not me. And maybe one day, like I said, with my Rebels recap, I will make it a little bit more flashy and so on. But right now, it's not going to happen. Another one is he recommended I work on my pronunciation. And this is where it's going to get a little bit serious today. I decided I should clear this up right away. I apologize in advance if there are times where you find it hard to understand what I'm saying, if I'm mispronouncing a lot of words, and so on. I'm trying my best. I do my best really hard, but it's not easy for me. Besides getting nervous with doing these, I actually have a speech impediment, which I'm sure pretty much anyone who's watching this has heard of. I have one, and I've had one my entire life. It doesn't really sound like it right now because thankfully, when I was younger, I had wonderful teachers and who helped me. My parents helped me. I was diagnosed with a speech impediment when I was like 2 or 3 years old, and when I was 4 years old, when I started preschool, that's when I was enrolled in speech therapy, which is basically starting in preschool twice a week. I went to see a speech therapist who worked with me on creating a second voice, not my normal voice. Like my past 2 videos, those have been me when I'm at my most normal, not even thinking about what I'm doing. But creating for me a secondary voice to make it easier for people to understand me. I did speech therapy from preschool through 5th grade, and the reason why I did not continue past 5th grade is my speech therapist at the time, who I started with in kindergarten when I went to elementary school. Her name was Mrs. Rothman. I absolutely adore her. I can't thank her enough for what she did, how she worked with me. She worked so hard with me. I only saw her twice a week for maybe 20 minutes at a session, but she did so much with me. She worked so much with me, and it's because of her that I'm able to, when I gave reports or speeches in school, or when I have to talk in a formal setting, that I'm able to do so, because she worked so hard with me on perfecting my other voice, to getting me to slow down, to think before I speak, to really concentrate on forming the words properly enough that they sound good, that they sound right. And I can't thank her enough for doing that. But in 5th grade, she and my parents just came to the realization that, unlike my brother who had a speech impediment, I was never going to grow out of mine. My brother, he took speech therapy for a few years, but unlike me, his impediment was luckily something he grew out of. Sometimes you can grow out of your speech impediment. You grow older and it just falls away. For me, that wasn't the case. What I have is never going to go away. I just have to deal with it. And by the time I was getting ready to start junior high, my parents felt that I had enough. I had learned enough that I could control it and I wouldn't be hindered by it so much. And my speech therapist agreed, and they decided that starting in 6th grade, I no longer need to go to speech therapy. I guess being told to work on my pronunciation kind of threw me a little. Granted, most of my interaction currently with people my own age is mainly online. On a daily basis, I really only see my mom, my brother. I go to church on Sundays. When we go to Walmart, I know a lot of people there, so my sphere of who I'm interacting with in real life is actually pretty small. And I haven't really thought about my speech impediment in years. In fact, I've never thought of it really as a hindrance. When I was little and going to elementary school, everybody knew me. I was with the same group of kids from preschool through pretty much 8th grade. So they knew who I was. They knew I had this issue. They never made fun of me for it. Within my own family, it wasn't something made fun of, especially on my dad's side. My dad has a speech impediment. My grandpa Let's had one. I have a few cousins who have speech impediments, aunts and uncles. So it's something that runs on my dad's side of the family. So on that side of the family, it wasn't something that really stood out. And on my mom's side, it just really wasn't mentioned. It just made me me. It made me Caitlin. It was just like my love of books, my love of art, music, dancing, being totally weird and out there, my personality. It was just what made me me. So I never really thought of it when I was little as something bad. It wasn't until I got later 8th grade in high school that other kids started to kind of tease me about it, and that's when I really started honing in on my second voice, my public speaking voice, as I call it, and working on that one. And that's when I started to do my second voice more. And it's really funny because it was also in high school when I went from being this totally loud, boisterous, wild, out there, friendly, happy-go-lucky kid, when super talkative. When I was little, I wouldn't shut up. To, especially in my last 2 years of high school, I really did a total change, and I went from being loud, talkative, wild to I didn't really want to talk to anyone. I went totally shy. I didn't really like getting up in front of people. And part of that was because I was getting more and more looks whenever I would make a mistake in my speech. My issues with my speech is focused on the R sound, the SH sound, the sh sound, and sometimes the TH sounds, or any combination of those. That means there are times when I have trouble saying certain words, certain phrases, or even full-on sentences, depending on what combination of sounds are involved. So, having the public speaking voice is an advantage, and that's what I used a lot in high school. But the disadvantage is I have to focus so hard on using that it takes a lot out of me. That's why in my junior and senior year, I pretty much stopped talking to anyone I wasn't really like friends with because it took so much out of me to use that voice. And I am so much more comfortable using my normal, everyday, slurred as heck voice. So that's the voice I'm most comfortable with. And the public speaking one is when I use when I'm in situations where I'm not comfortable. The funny thing is I've gotten so good at the public speaking voice that when I would give reports and stuff, I've gotten compliments on how much I seem to be a natural public speaker, that I'm good at doing this. It's not that I'm good, it's just that this is what happens when I am uncomfortable. So I apologize in advance for any slurring mistakes I make. I will try to somehow mix my normal voice with my public speaking voice. I've never done that before. This is as close as it's going to get, and I do apologize. I will do my best to be more careful, especially since I do have the Star Wars vlog on Thursdays, Rebels Recap, and where I am just going to talk about mainly Star Wars stuff. Because in the Star Wars universe, there are so many words and terms and names that can be very hard for someone like me to pronounce. I admit that on Thursday, I kept mispronouncing the name of the one character, Fen Rao. I was totally mispronouncing it, and I knew that as I filmed that I was mispronouncing it. And what was totally ironic is before I even started filming, I was pronouncing the name correctly, and then I went to film and I mispronounced it. So I am going to do better, I promise, but still apologies in advance if you have trouble understanding me. I don't really think of it as a bad thing, but I guess I still need to work on it. So I might go back to doing what I did when I was little. My speech teacher, Mrs. Rothman, took advantage of my love of reading, and she would bring in books like Don Quixote and The Three Musketeers and have me read parts of those out loud because there's nothing more challenging to an 8-year-old than trying to read Old English. So I might return to doing that. I'm not sure. I really enjoyed it. It was something my dad and I did when I was younger, so I might do it on my own. I already do it with my Bible devotions, which if I don't read them aloud to myself, I don't do them, so that might help. Anyway, serious part over. Yay, State's winning 56. Okay, hi. But I'm excited. Not only is today the big rivalry basketball game between my school, MSU, and U of M, but next Monday is my birthday. I'm going to be 28. No, I am going to be 28, which oddly enough, some people find hard to believe. I don't think I look that young, but it's been like this since I was in high school. When I tell people how old I am, I usually get the no, and I go, yeah, I'm in my 20s. I think the best reaction I got was from a worker at Michigan's Adventure. I went one year and I played the Guess Your Age, Weight, Birth Month game, and I was 25. And she asked me what was my favorite, how my day was going, what my favorite ride was, what my favorite book was, and what my favorite cartoon was. And I guess it was kind of mean. I threw her for a loop because at the time the only cartoon I was watching was Phineas and Ferb on Disney Channel. I'm a Disney maniac as well as a Star Wars fan. And that threw her for a loop because she was going to guess I was 18, which wasn't too bad. But when I said Phineas and Ferb, she actually dropped my age down 3 years. And she actually honestly believed I was 15. And I went, no, I'm 25. And the look on her face, it was like, oh my gosh. I'm like, yeah. So I'm going to be 28. So please be nice. I already know that means I'm 2 years away from 30. I already know I'm an old lady. Well, that's what my cousins say. I'm an old lady. My dad's already given me all the big grief when I turned 25, so I don't need any more of that. I know I'm getting old. I don't feel it. You know, I always thought when I turn 18, I'm going to feel like an adult. When I turn 21, I'm going to feel like an adult. When I turn 25, I'm turning 28 and I still feel like I'm like a 16-year-old. So I don't know if that's just me. I definitely can act like a teenager. I can definitely act like a little kid. And I can definitely act like an old adult. But I don't know. I just feel like I'm a teenager trapped in an adult's body. So. But I turned 28 on Monday, and it's kind of hard to believe. My brother had his birthday a few weeks ago. His birthday was the 21st, and he turned 25. If you see the two of us together, it's definitely hard to tell which one of us is older. Most people, when they see my brother and I standing next to each other, not only do they usually assume that Aaron is older, and they usually assume that he's older than me by like 5 or 6 years. No. For the record, I am the older sibling by 3 years. Okay, I'm the big sister, not my brother. Okay, this has been happening since we were in high school. My brother suddenly in high school sprouted out to just like over 6 feet tall, and he has wild hair and he has a beard, and he actually scares little kids. It's kind of funny. But he was like, people were assuming he was like 21 when he was like 16. Okay, when I was 16, I looked 16, but by the time I was 21, people were going, how are you enjoying high school? And I'm like, I graduated, okay? So, I'm the older sibling. I just like to get that out there. I'm the oldest one, okay? It doesn't help that my brother acts way more mature than I do, so. But I'm the older sibling. I am proud of that. I'm the bossy one. But it's crazy because Stacey, you have MSU U of M basketball game. Tomorrow is Puppy Bowl and Super Bowl 50. Yay! I'm going to watch both of them. I need the puppies because I like cuteness, and Super Bowl because, yes, I am a football fan. I am a big walking contradiction thing. I like Star Wars. I like Disney. I like girly stuff. I like fashion and makeup. And then I love sports. I love football and baseball. Love, 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 love. And I like basketball, and I'm trying to get into hockey. Not working so far. But yay for Super Bowl! And I'm cheering for the Broncos. Yeah! I don't care what anybody says about the Panthers. I want Peyton Manning to win tomorrow. And then Monday is my birthday, and Chinese, to a lesser extent, Chinese New Year. You're the monkey. I'm a rabbit. And then Tuesday is Mardi Gras, which, again, not really doing anything because I have a doctor's appointment that day. So kind of ruins the point of going out and getting some poonskis when I have to wait. So, but then Wednesday we have to bring it down because it's Ash Wednesday and the start of Lent. I'm Lutheran, so I do Lent to a certain extent. Mainly for Lent, it's like midweek services. You go for like a 30-minute church service. You have like a meal. Our church does its Lent services at 11 and has lunch at noon, so it's like an hour, and then you do that for 40 days. Lent takes forever. I prefer Advent. Lent and Advent are supposed to be on the same level of seriousness, but Advent is so much more fun because, one, it's only 4 weeks, and two, it's all leading up to Christmas, my ultimate favorite holiday. So Lent is kind of, I always think of it as like kind of a bummer because unlike Advent where it's, yay, it's serious, but Christmas is coming, Lent is like, oh my gosh, we have 40 days where we have to be serious and stoic, and it's all leading up to Good Friday, which we're supposed to be happy about, but it's still a sad day. So, and then like at the very end, you get that one day, you get Palm Sunday, where you can be happy and loud, and then you have to immediately afterwards go back to being serious for the rest of the week until Easter Sunday, when you can again be happy. So Lent for me, it's always like, 40 days. And of course, because Easter moves, Lent sometimes falls around my birthday, which makes it a little bit more worse, okay? My birthday, I love having a February birthday. I think it's awesome. I love my birthday. The issue is there are 2 holidays. You have Ash Wednesday, which depending on the year is either the same week as my birthday or it can be like right after my birthday. I prefer it when it's like a couple weeks after my birthday. And then there's Valentine's Day, which is the birthday of a cousin, but since Valentine's Day falls so close to my birthday on the 8th, take a wild guess as to what birthday presents I always seem to get from my friends. If you said Valentine's Day, you're right. Okay, getting Valentine's Day themed plush animals and jewelry and stuff like that, that's really fun and cute when you're like under 10. When you start to be a teenager and you're still getting like plush bears with like the heart-shaped paws and the pink spots and pink dogs and stuff. It's no longer cute. Okay? It's no longer cute when you're 16 and your friends give you a giant Valentine's bear. Okay, I'm glad my friends did something for my birthday, but one, please don't link my birthday to Valentine's Day. I'm sure I would feel the same way if my birthday fell on Christmas. I love Christmas. It's my favorite holiday, but I really wouldn't want my birthday to be linked to Christmas. Actually, I might like that, but that's my biggest pet peeve is when people assume that since my birthday is so close to Valentine's Day, I'm going to want Valentine's Day themed gifts. I'm not a kid anymore. It's no longer cute. And also, I don't have a boyfriend, so giving me Valentine's Day themed presents for my birthday just reminds me of the fact that I'm single. So that was my rant about how much I do not like my Valentine's Day being so close to my birthday. But it's not all bad. My birthday, my dad, my brother, and I are going out to lunch. I haven't decided where we're going. We're either going to Long John's, which is managed by one of my dad's friends, or we're going to Buffalo Wild Wings, which is our favorite restaurant of myself and my brother and my dad, which also has a lot of my dad's friends working there. I don't know. I think we have coupons here for Long John's. But I would like to go to Buffalo Wild Wings because last time we went for my brother's birthday, I creamed both of them at lunchtime trivia because I am awesome. So yeah, I gotta figure out by Monday if we're going to Long John Silver's or Buffalo Wild Wings, and at this point, I'm really leaning towards Buffalo Wild Wings. But yay, my birthday! Yay, MSU is winning 64 to 40 something! Yay! Okay, see, told you. But yeah, and I got an early birthday present yesterday. I know I said I wouldn't talk about Star Wars, but I have to talk about it a little because I am a huge bookworm. And one day I will tell you about my massive book collection. And I added to it yesterday because I'm not sure how many of you have heard of this series. It was a series they started after Phantom Menace. It was called Jedi Apprentice, and it is a really interesting book series because it's all about Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan when Obi-Wan was a Padawan under Qui-Gon Jinn and what he learned and stuff like that and their adventures. And it's a really interesting book series because Obi-Wan was almost not a Jedi, so thankfully he became one, so yay, everybody's happy, but it was a really cool book series. It had 18 regular books and then 2 special editions for a total run of 20. And then they also did 2 generational books, Secrets of the Jedi and Legacy of the Jedi. Secrets of the Jedi, it's basically you cover it. They basically cut the 2 books, link them. Legacy of the Jedi was very interesting because you met Dooku as a Padawan, and then Qui-Gon as a Padawan, then Obi-Wan and Anakin. They were all kind of dealing with the same person. But anyway, when Jedi Apprentice first came out, I actually had a ton of the books, and then I gave them away because I went through a phase where I didn't really like Star Wars, and now I'm getting back to the Star Wars craziness. But I gave the books away, and now that I'm getting more, and now that I'm officially back full on into Star Wars, I really wanted my books, but I didn't remember if I had given them away or just stored them away. No, it turns out I gave them away. So I didn't have them, and I actually had a pretty good chunk. I think I was only missing like 4 or 5 of the 20. And they're not sold in stores anymore, which is kind of a bummer. So I was able to find them on Amazon, but I don't really want to order them offline. So yesterday, my mom was very nice. We have a used bookstore here in town called Sleepy Hollow. I love used bookstores. They're so awesome. And I've gotten a few good books from this store before. So we went and I found 4 Star Wars books. I found Jedi Apprentice #1, which, oh my gosh, I'm so happy. I wish it was #2 because that's the one where Obi-Wan officially becomes Qui-Gon's Padawan, but #1 is really cool too because it's where they meet for the first time. It's called Rising Force. And then they had Jedi Apprentice 13, which I actually thought was #3, and then I went, no, that's 13. Okay. And then they had the book that combined both Secrets of the Jedi and Legacy of the Jedi into one, so I was able to get 2 books in one. And then I found a novel set right before Phantom Menace called I think it's Deception, and since I'm pretty much a huge Qui-Gon fan, I get teased about that a lot. So anything with him, I'm really like happy to see because I kind of think he got gypped in the first movie. I mean, I know it's kind of, I feel bad. And my brother's like, he didn't even need to be in the first movie. He didn't really play a part. So, so I'm really happy. Anything with Qui-Gon is like, yay! Because it's awesome. So, that's about as Star Wars as I'm going to get today. So, I was able to get some books. So, I'm only missing 18 now. So, anyone want to donate? But yeah, books. Yay, birthday. I have a physical on Tuesday. I'm not looking forward to that. I'm trying to lose weight. I am losing weight as best I can, but it's not easy in a family where diet is like the ultimate 4-letter curse word. So, but I'm doing the best I can with that. So I'm not happy to go in and see how much weight I put on since I kind of stopped working out and everything. Okay, it's before this I was pretty much biking and walking almost every single day because it got me out of the apartment and I enjoyed it, but since it's winter in Michigan, it's not really the best option. I'm hopefully going to be able to, I've been walking to church and hopefully I'm going to bike to church tomorrow. It depends on my bike. If the tires are too flat, I'm just going to walk. So, yay, sun, bright. Sorry about the sun. Don't have really good filters. But yeah, so this video is almost 30 minutes, so I should really end it now. So basically that's it. State's winning. Yay, go State. Birthday Monday, so I'll probably film a little then. Got some books and another little Star Wars thing. I did start Old Republic for those of you who play that. Thank you to my friend Sean, who I hang out with on Imu. I hope I pronounced your name right, Iritu. I don't think I do. Thank you so much. He helped me because when I started, I had no clue what I was doing. I've never played an MMO before. So thank you so much to him and my other friend Jace. Sean helped me a lot by figuring out how to fight and stuff. And Jace did something really nice. He's, I think, gave me like a free trial or something. So thank you to both of you. It is funny because I was playing with him. I think it was one Thursday night I was playing. And Sean is one of my friends who he's like into the dark side, the Sith and stuff, and it's like completely opposite. So it was really funny him playing with me because he does not like playing a Jedi. And so anytime we had to choose between what answers we get to give us either light side or dark side points, he always chose the dark side. And every time he chose one, I'm like, no, you're being so mean. But yeah, thank you so much to the two of you for helping me. I'm really excited. I think I'm doing good. I think I'm at level 6 right now, so I'm going to play a little bit more today and see how far I get, but it's really fun. But again, thank you. Thank you to everyone who's been watching and the people who have subscribed and liked my videos. I cannot thank you enough. Each time I get a little like or a subscriber, I get a little bit more confidence in doing this, which I think is going to help me even better in the real world. So again, my second non-Star Warsy vlog. I cannot believe I just did almost a 30-minute video without talking all being about Star Wars. So yay for me! Go Stay! Come on, go! Okay. So this is my vlog for today. I'm sorry it rambled again and we have seriousness, but I will try not to be so serious next week. As always, if you like this, please don't hesitate, click like or subscribe. I could still use a lot of subscribers. Hopefully, my goal is to get 10. I'm setting a low bar for myself, but I think I can reach that. Also, any questions, comments, things you want me to try in future videos, please post it in the comments. Even if it's like a complaint, go ahead. I will try to address it and fix whatever is wrong. But thank you so much for watching this. I'm sorry it's so long, but this is one way I get to talk to people and tell people what's going on in my life. So thank you a zillion times again, and I can't wait to see you. Remember, next Thursday is going to be my second Star Wars Rebels recap. I might also get into a little bit further because in my last episode I was going to talk about I was going to talk a little bit more about Luke and Leia and how I think their personalities line up with Anakin and Padme's, and I didn't get to. I was also going to talk about a theory I had about Sabine, who her mother might be, so I think I will do that in the next vlog, my next Star Wars Rebels recap. So, yeah, so thanks for watching today. Remember, next Thursday, it will be another all about Star Wars blog in my Star Wars Rebels recap, and for the episode titled The Call. And then next Saturday, I should have another non-Star Wars regular vlog up. And if you have anything you want to see in either vlog, just leave a question or comment below, and I shall talk to you soon. Bye, guys. Have a nice day. And once again, go MSU!